Okay, for this video, we're going to cover question number 4 out of module number 2. So this problem tells us that in 1992, we have a house that's valued at 132,000. By the year 2010, the value has appreciated to 153,000. So we want to calculate that annual growth between 1992 and 2010. Okay. So first, we're going to let T be the number of years after 1992. Okay. So that is, to calculate that, I would say T equals, I want to be in the year 2010. How many years is that after 1992? So 2010 minus 1992. And that's going to equal 18 years. Okay. So I have 2 points here. At T equals 0, that's in 1992. My home is valued at 132,000. I have a second point, which is 18 years later, or in the year 2010, my home is now valued at 153,000. Okay. And so we'll use our formula. A of T is equal to that 132,000. That's our initial starting point. And then B raised to the T. Okay. And so we know that that future home value is that $153,000. And we also know that our T is 18 because we're looking at that year 2010. Okay. So what we could do is we need to isolate B by itself. So in order to do that, we could divide both sides by this 132,000. Okay, so it's going to go away on this side, and it's going to leave me with 153 over 132 on the left-hand side. And that's really just because the 3 zeros in the numerator cancel out with the 3 zeros in the denominator. And then we're left with B to the 18th power on our right-hand side. Okay. So when we want to get rid of B to the 18th power, right? So we're looking at that's B to the 18th. We can raise it to 1 over 18. But whatever you do to the right-hand side, you also have to do to the left-hand side. And so we get this 153 divided by 132 raised to the 1 over 18. Okay, so putting that in your calculator, you would probably want to do it as 153 divided by 132 with the parentheses around it, raised to, and then parentheses 1 divided by 18. And that will should give you the correct format for your calculator. So this gives me that B is equal to 1.0082. Therefore, I have an annual growth rate is equal to 0.82%. And that is because you have 100%. That 1 right here counts for 100%. So what is left, that is your growth. That's 0.0082. When we move that into decimal form, we just move the decimal 2 places to the right and add the percent, and that's how we get 0.82%. Okay, so but the question asked us for a little bit more than just what was our annual rate, right? The question also then goes on to ask us to assume that that growth continues and at that same percentage. So we want to find out then what is the house value in the year 2020. Okay, so again, we're going to take this where we have our A of T is equal to so we have our equation A of T equals 132,000 times our 1.0082 raised to the T. So this time we have to calculate what T would be if we wanted to look at the year 2020 instead of 2010. So our T is going to be 2020 minus the original 1992, and that's going to be a difference of 28 years. So when we put that into our formula, we have 132,000 times 1.0082 raised to the 28th power. And that will give us a value, a home value of $165,913.35 in the year 2020.